In the next exercise, we will learn how to import a pre-configured project into Android Studio. Then we will see how we can make use of various user interface widgets in order to design the user interface for an app. This app is called as a Greet Friend app. The Greet Friend application will ask the user to type in his or her friend's name, and then when you click on a button, will display a greeting on the screen. Once you download the zip file for your app to the directory where you keep all your Android Studio projects, then go ahead and unzip the file. Once you have unzipped the file, then start Android Studio and then click on Open an existing Android Studio project. In the folder window that opens up, navigate to the folder where you stored the project and then select the folder and choose. And we wait for the Gradle build to configure and deploy the project. In case the project files are not open, go to the left hand side and then click on the project tab to see your project open up. So you can click on these triangles to open up the project structure in more detail. Once you have the project structure opened, go ahead and click on main-activity.java to open the file, and then also open the resources folder under layout and then open activity main.xml. The activity main.xml file is the layout of the application. So at this moment, as you see, this layout is configured to simply show the hello world string on the screen. Now let's see how we would go about constructing the user interface for this application. Now that we have the activity main.xml file open, let's go ahead and make some modifications to this user interface by using several widgets to design the UI. Now, first and foremost, select the hello world. So when you single click on it, the widget gets selected. This is a text view widget that we are using on the screen. Let's double click on the hello world text view, and when this window opens, we'll give an ID for this text view as text message. The reason we give an ID to the UI widgets is so that we can reference them in the Java code. Let's now drag this hello world text view widget and then position it at the center of the screen, as you see in the video here. Let's also increase the size of the text. In order to change any of the properties of any UI widget, you can go to the properties window here and then select the appropriate property and make a change to that. So in order to increase the text size, we will go to the properties window, and then in the text size property, let's type in 24 SP. SP stands for scale independent pixels. This is a way of specifying the size of any text that you use on the screen, so that the text will automatically adapt to different screen sizes and screen resolutions. So once we do that, you see that the text size has increased. Now, the next step is to include a text field into the user interface. So we'll go to this left side, we see a palette of UI widgets. Let's select a plain text and then drag it onto the screen as seen here, and then position it right in the middle. Now, in addition, this text field, let's go ahead and adjust the layout width property of this text field to match parent. So this way, the text field essentially occupies the entire width of the screen. In addition, for this text view, let's type in a hint string for this text view. So going to the properties window in the hint string, let's type in type your friend's name here. So that'll show up on the screen. So in addition to this text field, which in Android terms is referred to as an edit text widget, let's give it an ID. The ID for this text widget would be edit friend name. Let's also add a button to the user interface. So we'll go back to the palette and drag in a button from the user interface and then position it on the UI. In addition, we can give this button an ID. So let's call it greet button, and the text would be greetings. So now you see that your user interface has been designed with a text view widget with an edit text widget, which allows you to enter your friend's name, and a button widget here. So what you would expect is that when you click on the button, then the text view will display a greeting with your friend's name included in the greeting text. To deploy and see how this application looks like on a Android device, let's run this application and then see it running on the emulator. So let's click the run button in the toolbar, and when the window opens, we'll click on OK, and you should see this app getting deployed to the user interface of your emulator. So let's type in a friend's name, for example, and then our expectation is that when you click on the greetings button, you should see a greeting text being displayed on the screen. Unfortunately, nothing happens at this moment because we have not yet enabled the greetings button in code. That will be the next step we'll see in the next exercise.